Hare Krishna, welcome everyone to day 9 of the Purushottama month, the auspicious month. Today we have Uma Mataji who will be singing the beautiful Chaurashtakam, followed by her own son who will be reciting the chapter 15 of Bhagavad Gita. So now I will hand it over to Uma Mataji. Please go ahead and start singing while I share my screen for Chaurashtakam.
Krishna everyone. Vraje prasidham navanita chauram gopangananam chadukula chauram aneka janmarjita papa chauram chauragraganyam purusham namami Shri Radhikaya hridayasya chauram Navambudha shyamala kanti chauram Padashritanam cha samasta chauram Chauragraganyam purusham namami Akinchani kritya padashritam ya Karoti bhikshum patigehahinam kenapyaho bhishana chaurahidrig drishta-shruto vana jagatrayepi yadiyanamapi haratya sesham Giri prasaran api paparasin Ascharya rupo nanu chaurahidrig Drishta shruto vana maya kadapi Dhanam cha manam cha tatendriyani Pranam cha hritva mama sarvameva Palayase kutra dritodya chaura Tvam bhakti damnasi maya niruddha Chinatsi ghoram yama pasha bandham Bhinatsi bhimam bhava pasha bandham Chinatsi sarvasya samasta bandham Naivatmano bhakta kritam tu bandham Manmanase tamasarasi ghore Karagrihe dukkha maye nibaddaha Labhasvahe chaura hare chiraya Svachaurya dosho chitameva dandam Karagrihe vasa sada hridaye madiye Madbhakti pasha dridha bandhana nischalasan Tvam Krishna he pralaya koti shatantare api Sarvasva chaura hridayan nahi mochayami Vraje prasidham navanita chauram Gopangananam chadukula chauram Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you.
Go ahead and read the translation, Mataji.
Sure. Translation. I offer my respectful obeisances to that foremost of thieves, who is famous in Vraja as the butter thief, and he who steals the gopis' clothes, and who, for those who take shelter of him, steals the sins which have accrued over many lifetimes. I offer my respectful obeisances to the foremost of thieves, who steals Srimati Radhika's hat, who steals the dark luster of a fresh rain cloud, and who steals all the sins and sufferings of those who take shelter of his feet. He turns his surrendered devotees into paupers and wandering, homeless beggar. Alas, such a fearsome thief has never been seen or heard of in all the three worlds. Mere utterance of his name purges one of a mountain of sins. Such an astonishingly wonderful thief I have never seen or heard of anywhere. O thief, having stolen my wealth, my honor, my senses, my life, and my everything, where can you run to? I have caught you with the rope of my devotion. You cut the terrible noose of Yamaraj. You sever the dreadful noose of material existence, and you slash everyone's material bondage, but you are unable to cut the knot fastened by your own loving devotees. O stealer of my everything, O thief, today I have imprisoned you in the miserable prison house of my heart, which is very fearful due to the terrible darkness of my ignorance. And there, for a very long time, you will remain, receiving appropriate punishment for your crimes of thievery. O Krishna, thief of my everything, the noose of my devotion remaining forever tight, you will continue to reside in the prison house of my heart, because I will not release you for millions of aeons. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for the beautiful singing and reading the translation, Mataji. We'll now move on to the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 15, Sanskrit recitation of the verses by Shreyas. Go ahead, Shreyas.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Shri Bhagavanu Vacha Urdhvamulam Hadashakam Ashwadam Prahuravayam Chandamsi Yasya Parnani Yastam Vedasa Vedavid Adashtordvam Prashritastasya Shaka Guna Pravridha Vishaya Pravalaha Adashtamulani Anushantatani Karmana Bandini Manushya Loke Narupamasyeha Tato Palapyate Nanto Nachadir Nacha Sampratishta Ashwatamenam Suvirudamulam Asangasastvena Dvidena Chitva Tata padam tat parimargitavyam yasmin gatana nivartanti bhuyah tameva charyam purusham prapadye yata pravidihi prashrita purani nirmana mohajita sanga dosha adhyatma nitya vinivrita kama dvandvari mukta sukha dukkha samnir kachantyam mudaha padam avyayam tat natad vasayate suryo nashashanko na pavakaha yadgatva nanivartante taddama paramam mama Mammaimamso jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatanaha manah sastrani indriyani prakriti stani karshati shariram yat avapnoti yat chapi ukramati swaraha grihit vaitani samnyati vayud gandhani vashayat Shrotram chakshu sparshanam cha rasanam granam evacha adhishtaya manashtayam vishayanupasevate Ukramantam stitam vapi bunjanam vagunanvitam vimudananu pasyanti jnana chakshushaha Yatanto yoginaschainam pashyanti atmanya vistatam yatanto piyakratatmano nainam pashyanti achetasaha yadaditya gatam tejo jagad vasayate kilam yachandramasi yachagno tattejo viti mamakam gamavishya cha bhutani dharayamyaham ojasa pushname chausadi sarva somo bhutarasatmakaha Aham Vaishwanaro Bhutva Praninam Deham Ashritaha Pranamapana Samayukta Pachami Annam Chaturvidam Sarvasya Chaham Hidi Sannivishto Mata Smritirnanam Apohanam Cha Vedaishta Sarviraham Eva Vedyo Vedanta Kridveda Vid Eva Chaham Vadmimo Purshauloke Sharas Chakshara Eva Cha Sarvani Bhutani Kutasto Sharat Uchate Uttamaha Purushastvanyah Paramatmeti Udaratah Yo Lokatrayamavishya Vibharti Avyaya Ishwaraha Yasmat Sharamatitoham Aksharadapi Chotamaha Atosmi Loke Vedecha Pratitaha Purushottamaha Yo mamevam sammudo janati Purushottama sa sarvavid bhajatimam sarva bhavena bharata iti guyatamam shastram idam uktama yanaga etadvidva buddhimam syat krita krityashta bharata Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna.
Excellent, Shreyas. Good job.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you. Moving on to Flavia Mataji, you want to read the translations in English?
Hare Krishna. Chapter 15, the Yoga of the Supreme Person. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "It is said that there is an imperishable banyan tree that has its roots upward and its branches down, and whose leaves are the Vedic hymns. One who knows this tree is a knower of the Vedas. The branches of this tree extend downward and upward, nourished by the three modes of material nature. The twigs are the objects of the senses. The tree also has its roots going down, and they are bound to the putative actions of the human society. The real form of the tree cannot be perceived in this world. No one can understand where it ends, where it begins, or where its foundation is. But with determination, one must cut down this strongly rooted tree with the weapon of detachment. Therefore, one must seek that place from which, having gone, one never returns, and there suffers to that Supreme Personality of Godhead, from whom everything began and from whom everything has extended since time immortal. Those who are free from false prestige, illusion, and false association, who understand the eternal, who are done with material lust, who are freed from the dualities of happiness and distress, and who, unbewildered, know how to surrender unto the Supreme Personality, attain to that eternal kingdom. That supreme abode of mind is not illuminated by the sun or moon, nor by fire or electricity. Those who reach it never return to this material world. The living entities in this conditioned world are my eternal fragmental parts. Due to conditioned life, they are struggling very hard with the six senses, which include the mind. The living entity in this material world carries the different concepts of life from one body to the other, as the air carries aromas. Thus he takes one kind of body and again quits it to take another. The living entity, thus taking another gross body, obtains a certain type of ear, eye, tongue, nose, and sense of touch, which are grouped about the mind. He thus enjoys a particular set of sense objects. The foolish cannot understand how a living entity can quit his body, nor can they understand what sort of body he enjoys under the spell of the modes of nature. But one whose eyes are trained in knowledge can see all this. The endeavoring transcendentalists who are situated in self-realization can see all this clearly, but those whose minds are not developed and who are not situated in self-realization cannot see what is taking place, though they may try. The splendor of the sun, which dissipates the darkness of this whole world, comes from me, and the splendor of the moon and the splendor of the fire are also from me. I enter into each planet, and by me energy, they stay in orbit. I become the moon and thereby supply juice of life to all vegetables. I am the fire of digestion in the bodies of all living entities, and I join with the air of life, outgoing, incoming, to digest the four kinds of foodstuffs. I am sacred in everyone's heart, and from me come remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness. By all the Vedas, I am to be known. Indeed, I am the compiler of the Vedanta, and I am the knower of the Vedas. There are two classes of beings, fallible and the infallible. In the material world, every living entity is fallible, and in the spiritual world, every living entity is called infallible. Beside these two, there is the greatest living personality, the Supreme Soul, the imperishable Lord Himself, who has entered the three worlds and is maintaining them. Because I am transcendental beyond both the fallible and the infallible, and because I am the greatest, I am celebrated both in the world and in the Vedas as a Supreme Person. Whoever knows me as a Supreme Personality of Godhead, without doubting, is the knower of everything. He therefore engages himself in full devotional service to me, O son of Bharata. This is the most confidential part of the Vedic scriptures, O sinless one, and it is disclosed now by me. Whoever understands this will become wise, and his endeavors will know perfection. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Mataji, for reading the English translations. I think we're done for today. Thank you all for joining, and we'll meet again tomorrow, same place, same time. Until then, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, everyone. Have a wonderful Krishna conscious day until we meet tomorrow. Bye.